As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Santos set for the opening kick. And we're off from Tampa. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. On the move, headed right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Shakir sent in motion left. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They've got a man in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy. Cut down the left side by his running back. Oh, baby. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
3rd down. Here's Williams. And once again, they can't connect. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch out to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Purdy setting up that play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He stays up. On the move, looking deep. Big gain downfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-0 lead. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Working from the gun, Williams. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. Gun. Here's Williams. He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 now. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at 4th down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. Williams from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he's out of bounds, very close to that marker, but it looked a tad short. Oh, and it is! That's a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's Purdy. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Hits the 20. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 20-zip lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
McLaughlin sets on the extra point. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start. Massive hit. The ball is out. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Another carry for him. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Man in motion out of the slot. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 40 on 2nd down. He connects with the rookie from LSU. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Bears fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Purdy looking to throw. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give now from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. He's got it at the 6. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll try and punch it in. Will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers make it a 24-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Williams. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Has him on the... We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Buccaneers scoop it up.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Now we're on the counter. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun is Purdy. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Play action now with Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll run here on first down. And he turns a little room to work into a gain down to the 9. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to it. Has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get more points to end a lopsided first half. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is Cook to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Toss play, Swift. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Moore's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, here's Swift. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Has his man, it's Swift. Still has some space inside the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Working from the gun, Williams. This one's caught. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Bears cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Santos now for the extra point. And no, they faked it! And he's into the end zone. They're really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Purdy setting up that play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He has the first over the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. And I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running behind center with Swift. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend.